It was so amazing to me that they made this move in the first place. This was the ideal candidate. President Biden picked him in part because he pushed back against President Trump and his policies. Do you fear it might become even more of an indifferent approach from at least from Washington's point of view?
Well, absolutely, Charles. Good afternoon. Great to be with you. So we know for a fact, Charles, that this is not going to make any changes whatsoever, to what we're seeing on the border. Unless there's a significant change in leadership at the top level, we're not going to see any changes whatsoever with this border crisis unless the current leadership enacts the policies that were working prior to 2021. Then we might see a change. But until then, you see it there on the footage. You hear it from the correspondents that are out there in the field. You see the human smuggling events that are taking place. This is nonstop. It's on a consistent basis. It's not going to slow down. And unfortunately, unless there's a significant change, Charles, we're going to see this for the next 2 years.
Chris, do you think if that so-called red wave, if it actually had materialized, could there then have been more pressure, at least in Washington, D.C.?
Well, I think it would have been beneficial. I think it definitely would have helped. It would have put some more pressure on the current, federal government. But again, until we actually see a significant change in leadership at the top level, we're not going to see any policy changes with anything related to the border. And that's what it all comes down to. If you heard it from Border Patrol, even from the Border Patrol Union President, Brandon Judd, who's even said himself, this could easily be fixed if they would enact the policies that were working prior to 2021. But until then, unfortunately, we're going to continue seeing mass migration. We're going to continue seeing fentanyl pouring across the border. We're going to continue seeing human smuggling events taking place. And, of course, those illegal immigrants that are coming across, some of them losing their lives at a record level, and also the known gotaways and suspected terrorists that are coming across our border. That's the reality of this current situation, and it's going to continue happening unless there's a significant change and somebody steps in and actually puts those policies in place.